Most of you probably saw about an hour and 15 minutes ago or so, the Vice President of the United States, former governor of the state of Indiana, announced that he and his wife would be attending the Indianapolis 500 this year. So we wanted to gather everybody and let you know some of the changes that we will begin immediately implementing to be prepared for his visit and make sure that our customers who are coming to the Indy 500 know how that might impact them. The one place, and you can see it over my right shoulder, the one place where we will have the most impact is near our Turn 2 area. And what I'm going to talk about next is actually going to be in place beginning tomorrow. So Carb Day, we were going to operate for Carb Day like we plan on operating for the Indianapolis 500 Day. We want to do that to make sure that our customers who come both days have a couple of opportunities to see how it operates and to make sure we get as many people informed about this change ahead of time. So we will begin that operation tomorrow. Also gives our staff an opportunity to work through this new flow of traffic. So the easiest way to begin is with the Turn 2 suites that you will see right at the exit of Turn 2. Just south of those suites is what we call Gate 4. Gate 4 will be closed to pedestrian traffic for all pedestrians beginning tomorrow. So if you are coming to the Speedway and you have historically walked in Gate 4 and north along the outside of the backstretch to get to seats in Turn 3 or to get to the infield via the tunnel at the exit of Turn 2, you will not be able to go that way. So the yellow arrows that you see on the chart it will be the pedestrian traffic flow plan for us beginning tomorrow. So we're asking fans to continue down 16th Street and go in Gate 3. So if you see that arrow that's coming in just off of 16th Street, and I don't know if Wes or Alex, can somebody come up here and just point to this just so that people know where I'm trying to show folks. So that arrow right there is Gate 3. There is a tunnel right there that actually goes under the racetrack. So if you come in Gate 3, as soon as you get through Gate 3, you'll go down the tunnel and come right back up that tunnel, and you'll make an immediate right on Shaw, and then you walk Shaw all the way down, and that will eventually get you to the Snake Pit if you're staying, or Turn 3 if you're staying in the infield, or you can make a right. You can see that right up there a little bit further north, which is the tunnel underneath the racetrack. You can take that tunnel and then get back out to the outside of the racetrack and continue your walk down to Turn 3. So that's how pedestrian flow is going to work. We believe this is a pretty good solution, allowing us to move people through. Also, there's another gate there called Gate 12, and I don't know, Wes, if you know where Gate 12 is, so just pass. I'll help you. Right in here. There's a gate right there called Gate 12. So some of our customers who are used to sitting in the Southeast Vista, the Turn 2 Vista, will actually come in Gate 4 and then kind of walk into their seats. For this year, they'll need to go in that Gate 12 to get to their seats. So those are the two changes really as it relates to pedestrians for tomorrow as well as for race day. For those folks with vehicles, no vehicular traffic will be allowed past Gate 4 unless it is an essential vehicle. So in other words, it's a service vehicle related to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So even if you have a credential to park in the infield, you will not be able to get in Gate 4 with those credentials. However, if you have a golf cart that is appropriately credentialed, you will be able to pass through that area and go under Tunnel 4 to get to the infield. So those will be the changes that most of our fans can expect as it relates to the Vice President's visit here on race day. One of the other things I wanted to bring up today that's important for us to discuss is obviously the rain is continuing to fall, and this has been one of the wettest months on record. A lot of our parking lots are really, really wet right now, and we are working as quickly as we can to do what we can to help make parking in those parking lots a little bit easier when our customers get here. However, I don't know that we're going to be able to completely solve it. So we're asking people to plan where they're going, be really patient, come early so that we can get in. We are adding some gravel to some of the lots. Well, obviously we can't gravel everything, but some paths through there. We will end up having more tow trucks on site in the event we have to get somebody or something out of the mud. But we want people to be prepared and come early and just really take their time in the parking lots, especially the grass parking lots, because we are experiencing quite a bit of water here over the last couple of weeks. We're hoping that the rain that stopped today, and we're thinking we might get a little bit of sun tomorrow, And then we're hoping that old adage that if you don't like the weather in Indiana, just wait a few minutes and it'll change. We're hoping that the forecast for the weekend will continue to change and we'll continue to see some sunlight and some wind to help dry some of those lots out. But again, that's one of the things that our customers, we want to make sure they're aware of, that once they get here, they have a place to park, that some of the parking lots are going to be a little bit slow going. Just be patient and be prepared as you go through those areas. So I'm happy at this point really to take any questions related to the announcement today and how we're going to operate. But the biggest thing to remember is that we will be not allowing pedestrian traffic through Gate 4 over by Turn 2 for pedestrians beginning with Carb Day and continuing through Race Day Sunday. Wolfgang.
Yeah, I have a question. Is there any changes for media parking lots? I mean, I personally come Crawfordsville Road, take Auburn left, and then pull into the parking lot.
There are no changes for the media parking lots.
What about Sunday when fan traffic is turning up with motorhomes and caravans? Is it closed or how is it working?
No, everything is open.
Okay.
So there's no change. There's no change. Again, probably for the media, just like for fans, the only thing I can suggest is folks just continue to try and plan on getting here early, and just being patient as you work through the traffic flow. Yeah, Raphael.
Doug, once the Vice President is on the grounds, will there be any changes to how fans get around wherever he may be?
You know, the only change right now, and I hope the only change as we go forward, is the one that I've just discussed, and that change will be that there's no pedestrian traffic through Gate 4. Yes?
Doug, will the Vice President have any role in the festivities, or will he just be here as a spectator?
The Vice President is a Hoosier, grew up here, and I think today he tweeted some photos of his family coming here. It is a family tradition, and he will just be here as a fan. There is no role for the Vice President as it relates to the Indianapolis 500. Anybody else? Rich, do you have anything? Great. We will continue to keep you all posted, especially with respect to weather, but once again, just trying to remind folks, just come early, be patient, and we'll continue to keep everybody updated as we look at weather over the next few days. Yes, sir. Wolfgang's got one more. You can just tell me, I can repeat it.
Do you have, or does the Indianapolis Motor Speedway have something like an emergency plan in effect in case the rain will carry on?
So Wolfgang asked about an emergency plan in case the race were to carry on. At this point, because weather could come in so many different ways and at so many different times, there are so many different scenarios that we would put in place and we have several of those, but at this point we're not prepared really to talk about them because we don't want people to get confused in the event that it's a different kind of plan. So absolutely we're prepared for that. We've had several conversations internally and with the folks at IndyCar, and it just really depends on what happens with the weather on Sunday. I think we're still really hopeful that we'll be able to get the race in on Sunday, and hopefully it starts on time. But if we have to make an adjustment, we'll be sure to let everybody know as we see the conditions at that time.